Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to talk to one of the very smart, very talented women behind the Mango Mango enterprise. My guest is Lakesha Brown-Renfro. Welcome.
Thank you, Robin. I'm happy to be here.
It's always good to see you and talk to you. And you guys have so much going on. It absolutely amazes me. I was counting up and I thought it was your 5th business that's about to open, but it's actually your 6th.
Yes, it is. It's our 6th business. We are creating a small lifestyle brand here in the community of Hampton, and we're very happy and excited about it.
I might question the word small. You are, really growing, but you're keeping your niche, you're keeping your identity.
Right.
You are all about, it is a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle, and it is very small. We employ people who work within our community. It's still the mango production is still very small, even though we have our product all across the country and, across the world as well.
Yeah.
But with that, we have about 40 team members, and we say team because we're all a part of it. We have about 40 team members that work at the bistro and do mango production and help with some of our events as well. So that has been our saving grace because we've been able to work with our team, and our team, we cross-train them to do different things.
Oh, that is helpful.
Yes.
But tell people how you grew, because I first met you at the downtown Hampton Farmers Market,
Yes.
where you were selling your jars of Mango Mango preserves.
Yes.
And at that time, it was a side business.
Right,
and it started from the Simply Panache. So tell
Right.
us the whole story.
So it actually started with our event planning business, Simply Panache Events. We started doing events of different complexities, from medical conferences, with Nzinga being a physician,
Right.
and working with universities in Texas, doing different things, from social events, baby showers, and all of these things. Well, in our social events, we had a chef that we were working with, and we started making these mango preserves, Tanisha and Nzinga and I, and we would have our chef actually put these preserves in different recipes in the events. And our clients loved them so much, they would ask, so what was in the punch? And it was the mango preserves. Well, what was on the shrimp? Well, it was the mango preserves. What's in the salad dressing? Well, it's red wine vinegar, olive oil, and the mango preserves. And so we looked at each other and we were like, oh my goodness, we have something here. So Virginia is so wonderful when it comes to the Department of Agriculture. So we got in touch with VDAX, and we started going to a commercial cannery, making these preserves, and we would go to farmers market to market. So that's probably one of the markets that you saw us at. And we are actually at markets right now. We still go to the farmers markets when we have, the time or the team to get out there. So we went to market, and we were just producing these preserves, but we couldn't maintain it. We couldn't get them fast enough because we started having our customer friends follow us from market to market. And so once we went to a new market and sold out, then the word started spreading.
And let's just stop for a second
Right.
and introduce your 2 partners who are at this point still working full time, and you are really the sort of person who's out there.
Yes, I am more of the face of the business, but actually Nzinga and Tanisha is full-time mango as well.
They are now.
Yes.
But back then when you're starting,
Right.
Tanisha is a nurse.
Yes, she's a registered nurse, and Nzinga's a physician. Nzinga worked full-time, but now she sees patients maybe about 5 times a month. So she's pretty much full-time with all of the businesses as well. So we went to the markets, and our customers started telling us that we need to go on a show called Shark Tank. But right before that, there were some representatives who came out to a farmer's market from QVC, and they kind of just observed when we were selling the preserves that people were actually buying them. The sample to buy ratio was really high. And so they asked us to come out to Pennsylvania to interview with the QVC folks. And so we did that, and it went well, and we were preparing to go to QVC. Well, at that time, we had sent a letter to Shark Tank because our customers suggested that. And although we watched the show, after that, we weren't really feeling like this was something that we were going to do. But we took a shot at it and sent an email, and they emailed us back and told us that they loved our social media presence and they wanted us to send in a videotape. And we did that, and the rest is kind of history from there. But we like to say the shark said no, but God said yes. We didn't partner with the shark, but we got 15,000 orders in 48 hours, which equated to $300,000 in sales. And we were asking for $70,000. So with those earnings, we decided to invest it back into the community versus lining our pockets with them. So we invested in the bistro as well as our spa, and now we have the 2 boutique hotels that are across from the bistro, and we're growing with our event venue and our event planning company, and of course the Mango production, which is all just a Simply Panache Group lifestyle brand now.
So when you say lifestyle brand, for people who aren't familiar with it, what does that mean?
A lifestyle brand is an opportunity to be able to do things that create a certain feel. So being able to go to a small boutique hotel that is just about you and your guest or whomever is there with you, it creates a certain feel. So it's different than going to, say, a commercial property. And then having that with the spa, being able to engage in relaxation with the hotel and being able to have a spa lunch at the bistro. So it's all about people who want to feel panache without breaking the bank.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's a certain level of style, quality, self-care, and
Right.
self-comfort, and I think also enjoying friends or family. You have sort of a girlfriend's kind of a
Yes.
feel,
Yes.
but certainly, men, couples,
Yes.
a lot of people,
Girlfriends,
anniversary,
family,
yeah.
men, children, everyone.
And so it is this sort of, but it's attainable style. It's not
Yes.
an elegance that we can't aspire to,
Right.
or that we can't enjoy because we're afraid and sitting like
Right.
this,
And it's something that we're really proud to be doing right here in Hampton. Hampton is so rich as far as our waterfronts and all the things that we have to offer here. And so being able to be a part of the community where we can actually have people coming from New York and DC and Maryland. We've had people stay at the boutique hotel from Canada, so many different places. And we don't just promote our businesses within that boutique hotel. We promote all of the businesses around us, from everyone on Mellon Street to downtown Hampton as well, because for us, it's really about all of us.
Well, it is, and you bring Fort Monroe in on
Right.
the other side, and they've got the national park signs up
Yes.
finally, and it's taken a while. But what are you seeing going on in Phoebus now? You aren't the only business booming in Phoebus.
We are not the only business booming in Phoebus, and we're happy about that because we need the other businesses. The other businesses bring in other people, and we bring in people, and so together, it is just it has created a certain excitement in the area. Phoebus is more walkable and shoppable now, and we're proud to be a part of that. We're proud to be a part of the other businesses that are there, that are community quality businesses, and it's a very unique part of Hampton. It's a very unique part of Hampton.
I noticed when the Facebook Community Boost people came in for their, I'll call it Facebook and Instagram boot camp.
Yes.
For a lot of it was really targeted for businesses for how to use social media. Facebook never says why they picked Hampton. Why they picked Hampton Roads makes a lot of sense, and all the statistics they presented were regional. But I think they picked Hampton and Phoebus in the American Theater partly because of you guys. You were one of the featured speakers.
So
I mean, I would like
It's hard to say.
the city does a real good job
Yes,
compared to other cities
oh my
with social
goodness.
media.
The city
but
does an amazing job with social media, and we're so lucky to have a city that promotes small business the way that that the city of Hampton does, especially on social media. Whoever's running the page, whoever's been running the page is doing a good job. But, you know, it's hard for us to say that Facebook came here because of us, but we do feel confident that that was a large percent of why they
I think that was certainly
came.
one of the big reasons. You
Yeah.
know, I think there were other supporting
Yes.
factors, but
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and I know that Nzinga and Tanisha do as well, because we spend a lot of time on social media and marketing, not just our businesses, but the community
the
of
city
Hampton.
and the community,
city.
I can tell.
Yeah.
And you guys expanded to Instagram.
Right.
Well, Instagram is well suited to those gorgeous food photos.
Yes,
But-
we have people who actually come into the bistro and say, I want this. So Instagram has been really helpful for all that we do, because people not only eat with their eyes, they decide, what type of nails do I want? Or what type of services do I want at the spa? You know, we are able to talk about our massage services on Instagram and Facebook, just social media, period. We use it to engage our community, and it's really worked for us.
Well, and what you do bring in tourists. I mean, people come in
Right.
because of Mango Mango, Simply
Yes.
Panache. But you wouldn't survive if you were dependent on tourists. The
No.
bread and butter of what you do is got to be the local community.
Right. The bread and butter of what we do is right here. So that's why we're so passionate about what we do and what we say and what other people say about our businesses, because it's not supporting us. It's really supporting the community. It's supporting the roads around us. All of these businesses in Hampton support the actual roads that we drive on. So it's very important to us that we are representing Hampton in a very positive way and representing our community in a very, very positive way as well.
What advice do you have? I mean, looking back, however many years ago it was that you were personally out there sitting at farmers markets, for people who have an idea or a product or, you know, want to be an entrepreneur. How hard is that road?
So we like to say that we've had some sweet successes, but we've had some serious struggles. It is not all butterflies and unicorn.
And you make it look like that. You guys have this presence.
Well, the
and
thing
it's-
about
you're
it-
so excited.
We are, but behind the scenes, we are just like everyone else. You know, it's a fight. We have turnover just like every other restaurant. We have different levels of things that we have to kind of get over. But we always say engage your clientele, engage your customer, solve a problem. What is the solution? And for us, the solution is working together, communication. That's really what it is.
So you guys started this as three best friends.
Yes.
Whatever it is, 10 years later, are you still good friends? Has
You
it
know,
threatened
we
that?
like to say that we're not friends, we're sisters, because you can't divorce your sister like you can your friend. So if we were just friends, we would likely be divorced by now.
Well, a lot of couples and a lot of families can't do it either.
Yeah, it's
hard.
It's a struggle because you have three people and you're not always going to think the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, we always say what's best for Mango, what's best for Simply Panache. So we let that be the deciding factor of which way we go, what's best for the business.
Okay, so what is next?
So we have a book that's getting ready to come out. It's called Spread It, Mix It, Shake It, Stir It. It's about sweet success and serious struggles of entrepreneurship. And we are also adding a Medi-Spa component to our spa. As you mentioned before, that Nzinga is a physician and Tanisha is a registered nurse. We will be doing some hydration services and some other things that we'll be adding to our spa.
And that, you know, every time you say you're going to add something, I think, oh, well, that's a natural extension of what you do. You don't go out
Right.
in left field and add a new business.
Right.
It all ties in together.
And that's what makes it a little easier. You know, people see that we have all of these businesses, but that's what makes it easier because every last one of our businesses relates to the other. Mm-hmm. So, and we're not doing all of the work. You know, we have an awesome team of people who are doing the work, and they have pride in what they're doing as well, and they feel like they are living the same Simply Panache lifestyle as us. And it's a team. We had one team member in particular who said, "I love working for you all," and I told him, "You're not working for us. We're working together," and that's what we do.
That's wonderful. Okay, what's your favorite dish at the restaurant?
Oh, that is hard. So it's really hard, but I love the quiche for breakfast.
Okay.
And the Chesapeake Benedict. I cannot.
I do love that.
Yes, so I cannot split those two. But the guest favorite is the fried chicken French toast. So I'm sorry, I had to do 3 in the air. So that's breakfast. For lunch, I would the Choose Hampton crab cake is like dynamite, and so that is one of that's my favorite for lunch. And for dinner, I would say probably the salmon Lafayette or the shrimp and grits. It's hard to choose.
I don't like grits. This is my true confession.
Yes.
I'm not a Southerner. I don't like grits, but your grits I like.
So
those are the best shrimp and grits I've ever had. They're so creamy.
So many people say that they do not like grits, but they love our breakfast grits and the shrimp and grits. And then dessert, I can't miss dessert because we have the best homemade desserts, but our beignets are award winning. We have won 3 years in a row at Tastefully Yours for our best dessert. So.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Thank you.
I believe I had the pralines and cream ice cream.
Yes.
And that was pretty good too.
We can't take credit for the ice cream. It's Haagen-Dazs, but we can take credit for those pralines because they are homemade every day at the bistro.
They're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Well,
I've tried to cover everything, but it's so broad that we probably haven't.
Well, you did. I want everyone to be excited about the Hampton. This is a venue that we are bringing here to Hampton and to Phoebus that is welcome for everyone to use. I think some people think that it's just for Mango to use, but we want other restaurants to highlight.
So it truly is an event space for people to rent for what size events?
So
we're talking
150 standing and about 100 sitting. But it's an open space venue, and it's going to be just perfect. It will be panache.
And you guys will be able to cater it, but you'll let other people, other caterers in. It's that mid-sized venue where
because sometimes
not giant.
Sometimes you get stuck with too much. You don't need a blowtorch when you really need a match. So you don't have to have this big space when you need a small space. But there are restaurants that have customers who want them to cater and may not need a huge space. Well, any restaurant in Hampton could use this space.
It could be a dinner for 25, like a private corporate dinner kind of a thing where you don't want to be in the middle of a loud restaurant.
Absolutely. Holiday parties, weddings, rehearsal dinners, conferences, so many other things. And then we plan to have some other things there where we'll have like live music, sometimes, and have
special events.
Some special events for sure.
And we also didn't talk about you're doing some special events at the restaurant as well.
We do. Last night, matter of fact, we just had dinner and a movie, and this is something that is it's a wonderful experience for all that participate. It's a 3-course dinner, and we watch a classic movie and popcorn and candy and so many other things, and people really enjoy it. And this is something that's going on all around the nation, especially in New York and all these other places. Well, we like to say that you don't have to travel these other places because what you need is right here in Hampton.
It is. I mean, I think everything we need is right here in Hampton.
For sure.
But the things you're looking at are entertainment and good food and fellowship, and those things you can't buy over the internet sitting at home. It gets you out into the community and you have a great time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
you
Robin.
so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I hope you have learned more about how these entrepreneurs have taken hold of their lifestyle brand and are expanding it in our community, for our community, and you will stay tuned to see whatever it is they're going to do next. Thanks for watching.